Breaking news out of the Premier League is, of course, Antonio Conte returns to England to take over Tottenham Hotspur. Can he turn them into the real deal? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Once again, another prediction video today. We look forward to match day number 11 over in the Premier League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, wait a minute, smash your subscribe to keep your bang up to date. All things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football. We're going to all here, boys. Under one roof. That's right, of course. Sacked. No, out the door. In comes Antonio Conte. No mucking about for Daniel Levy, as of course he's trying to turn them into top 4 contenders this season, today, from here on in. Big statement of intent for them, of course. But the question is, why is it taking them now to do it? Why didn't they do it way back in the start of the season when they were looking for a new manager? Why did they go for Nuno in the first place? Anyway, we'll try and look at all that in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons. A big shout out to you guys. And of course, if you're new, check out the links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of jazz. So anyway, we're going to take a little look back at, of course, the results that cost Nuno his job. And of course, we're also going to reveal the winner of the Predictor of the Month for the Premier League. So let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, take a look back at those games, which of course did take place last weekend. Villa. Oh, they're in trouble. 4-1 loss against West Ham, who looked the bloody real deal as well. 4-1 for them. Meanwhile, Burnley, 3-1 winners over Brentford. That's their first win of the campaign.
Goodness gracious me.
Now, of course, no David Raya between sticks for Brentford. That's going to cost them a lot of points over the next few weeks, months even. Leicester City also got embarrassed by Arsenal at home with the King Power. 2-0 win for them. Liverpool also dropped points 2-2 against Brighton. What on earth? Meanwhile, Man City made it even worse. 2-0 loss against Crystal Palace. Who'd have thunk that one? Newcastle, though, yet to get a victory with their new owners, of course, but rumour has it, another breaking news that Unai Emery could be becoming the manager there. So we could have Unai Emery, we could have Antonio Conte. In fact, Antonio Conte is confirmed. He is the new manager. That is 100%. But Unai Emery could come in this week to take over for the Geordies. That'll be I love Unai Emery. I think he's a fantastic man, fantastic character as well. 3-0 loss though to Chelsea at home. Norwich yet to get a win as well. 2-1 win for them. Meanwhile, Norwich yet to taste the victory yet. 2-1 loss to Leeds. On that one, lastminute.com winner for Leeds to move the chains as well. Spurs, of course, the result that cost him his job. 3-0 loss to Man United. Of course, if it went the other way, would have only been sacked. Would Conte be the manager now for Man United? Probably not, because the Glazers don't do that, do they? Watford got another defeat. Of course, Southampton picked up a 1-0 win over Ranieri's boys. And of course, what's gone wrong? Well, what's gone right with bloody Rafa Benitez at the moment? 2-1 loss to Wolves. Bruno Lager kicking ass and taking names for Wolves. As you can see, I got myself 1, 2. Bad. Chelsea lead the charge. We'll get back there. Chelsea lead the charge at the moment. 3 points clear over Liverpool, who are 2 points clear over Manchester City. West Ham are in 4th, 3 points clear over United. As for the bottom of the table is Norwich, Newcastle and Burnley going down. Keep it like that. But of course, it won't. What did I get? 2? Did I say 2? Oh, hey, Judy and Legolas, good. Kicked ass with 6. Well done to you guys. You guys won this week, so I'll give you guys a round of applause for that. What about the overall grand scheme of things into the overall table? Everyone who's put in a pick. Nanakendo and Thompson lead the charge. Well done to you guys. Max and Gardi, Rawlings, Akayo, Shepherd make up the power 5 there. And of course, the Che Sing pack. That's of course then. Who won the actual predictor of the month of that? So of course, the big question, what is the predictor of the month as well? Well, I'll tell you all about the predictor of the month. Well, of course, the predictor of the month is the person or persons that have got the most points accumulated in the month of October. Of course, whoever they are, or whoever he is, will get a Willy Wonka Gold Star ticket to get into a prize draw at the end of the season. Now, you can win multiple months, and of course, there can be multiple winners. So, who actually won the month of October? Well, I'll tell you, it's that again, and Winky. Well done to you, kicking ass and taking names. They join the likes of Tom Stein, Max Sangadi, Eamon Hussein, Gaming Charlie, Ultra Omega, Costas K, Joachim Jackson, of course, in the leader, in the Willy Wonka style predictor of the month, winners of the previous months, of course. Yet to have a double winner in this league, so of course, it could be next. One of these guys could win their second, of course, or you could win your first. So, make sure you get involved. It is free to enter, and now is the perfect time to start as we enter a brand new month. So, we're going to start right here, right now, with the next round of matches, of course. Kicking all off with Brighton over Albion up against Newcastle United. Of course, now this will take place at the Amex, and it will take place. When will it take place, Dirk? It will take place. I don't know. When will it take? It'll take place on Saturday. Is the late kickoff on Saturday. Now, these two sides played 12 times in 2012, 6 wins for Brighton, 2 wins for Geordies, and 4 draws, of course. Coming at you, though, Brighton without winning 6 at the moment. Have actually picked up 4 draws in the past 6 games, 33% form. Meanwhile, the Geordies also haven't won the last 11 games, actually picked up 3 draws and 3 defeats past 6 games. 25% form for Newcastle, 33% form for Brighton at the moment. Last time around over at the Amex was a 3 win for Brighton. In fact, they won back-to-back over Newcastle, and they haven't conceded a goal against Newcastle in the last 4 games. In fact, they've only conceded 1 goal goal over Newcastle in the last 6 games. Goodness gracious me. Probably even worse than that. Hang on a minute. How many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Conceded 1 goal against Newcastle in the last 8 games. Goodness gracious me. It's a shambles. It's a shit show shambles. Of course, Brighton comes into the back of that 2-2 with Liverpool. That's a good result. It's a strong result when you think about it. Meanwhile, Chelsea did beat Newcastle 3-0 last round. Look at the odds on this one. Of course, if good evening comes in, it could all change it up. But 5-1 is your away team here. That's Newcastle. Of course, 5-3 on is your Brighton. Of course, 45 is draw. I'm going with the Brighton win on this one. Of course, and the fact that maybe good evening won't be here until maybe next week. If of course the international break and all that kind of stuff. Let's go Crystal Palace up against Wolves. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, 2 sides. We've got some good results this past few days. Of course, Palace came to this 50% form, just 1 defeat the past 6 games for them. Meanwhile, Wolves also 1 defeat the past 6 games, 75% form for them right now. Anyway, these 2 sides played each other 37 times in the past since 1993. 14 wins for Palace, 15 wins for Wolves, 8 draws. Biggest win for Palace, 3-0 win. The biggest win there is a 4-0 win. Of course, last time around over in Selhurst Park was a 1-0 win for Palace. That was back in January 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Palace beat Wolves 2-0 back in 2019 in the Premier League. Of course, Wolves picked up a win over Everton last time around. Palace picked up a win over Man City. Look at the odds on this one. We have 11-8 on is your Palace. Of course, 21-10 is your Wolves and 11-5 is your draw. Tight, airtight. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this. Arsenal will take on Watford, of course, in an all-London affair, if you can call it that. Now, these 2 sides, going to my eyes, played at the 50,999, 11 wins for Arsenal, 3 wins for Watford, and 1 draw. Arsenal come to this unbeaten in the last, I don't even know. They've actually got 83% form at the moment, of course, winning 4 and drawing 2 of the last 6. Watford just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form as Ranieri's boys try to make amends of it. Of course, that's the round over at the Emirates. Also, 3-1 win, or 3-2 win for Arsenal back in July 2020. The away Watford haven't won since a 2-1 win over Arsenal at Vicarage Road in 2017. Of course, Watford did lose to Southampton last night. Arsenal picked up a 2-1 win over Leicester. In fact, they've got back-to-back clean sheets as well, Arsenal. Looking ahead on this one, of course, the odds 5-2 on is your Watford. Sorry, 5-2 on is your Arsenal. 7-2 is your draw. 7-1 is your long shots. That's Watford on this one. Arsenal will win this one. Another clean sheet. Ramsdale's looking good. Next, of course, are Brentford, who, of course, got no David Raya up against Norwich in a must-win game, this one for Norwich on this one, even on the road. Played the 16 times in 2009. 4 was at Brentford, 9 wins to Norwich, and 3 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Brentford, 3-1 win. The biggest win there was a 5-0 win. Brentford just 3 defeats past 4 games, they're 42% form. Meanwhile, Norwich haven't won in the last 9 games, picking up 4 defeats in the past 6, 17% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Norwich Brentford and Norwich duked out to a draw last round. That was back in the Championship, of course, back in October 2020. Of course, Brentford did lose to Burnley, 3-1 loss. Meanwhile, Norwich lost to Leeds, 2-1 last round. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Got 8.58 on is your Brentford, 3-1 is your draw, 5-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Norwich on this one. Brentford should win this one, but only just 1-0 win in the end. Chelsea will take on them 6-fingered Freakazoids. That's right, of course, and that'll be Luckenhorns and on Saturday at Stamford Bridge. They played for the 15 times 2008, 2 wins for Chelsea, 2 wins for Burnley, 10 wins for Chelsea, 3 draws. Chelsea come to this winning 6 of the bouts, at the very least 100% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Burnley 42% form, just 1 win and 6 for them. Also drawing 3 of the past 6 as well. Currently, actually, last time at Stamford Bridge was a 2-0 win for Chelsea. That was back in January 2021. Chelsea picked up a win over Newcastle last time around. They've got quite a good clean sheet record as well. Aston Burnley come to this 3-1 win over Brentford. Look at the odds on this one. 92-1 is your Chelsea, 11-1 on is your 11-1 is your Burnley, and of course we've got 90-4 is your draw. 4-1, 4-0 Chelsea, big one on this one. Everton against Spurs. Of course, this will be, I believe, Conte's first match. Well, technically it'll be the one against Viatis Arnhem. That'll be his first match, and that'll be on, of course, Sunday at Goodison Park. Of course, now these 2 sides played 58 times since 1993. 10 wins for Everton, 26 wins for Tottenham, 22 draws. Of course, biggest win for Everton, 3-1 win. The biggest win on the way was a 6-2 win. Of course, Everton come to this 1 win and 6, 25% form for them right now. With Spurs just 1 win and 4, 50% form for them right now. Conte is your manager. That's the round, of course. Picked up a 2-2 draw at Goodison Park back in April 2021. Spurs haven't won this game since a 1-0 win at Tottenham down in July 2020. Of course, Everton did lose to Wolves last round. Of course, Spurs lost to United last round. Coming at you though, look at the odds on this one. We have 90-10 is your Everton. Of course, 20-20 is your Spurs. 94 is your draw. Could go either way. This one could really go either way. I'm going to go with the new manager bounce 2-1 win for Spurs on the road to move the chains. Next, of course, have the Saints. They're going to be marching on against a Villa side that are in a bit of trouble. Of course, this match will take place on Friday. That's right. Of course, now these 2 sides play each other 37 times in 1993, 15 wins for Southampton, 14 wins for Villa, 8 draws. Biggest win for Saints, 6-1 win. The biggest win there was a 3-0 win. Southampton just 1 defeat the past 4 games, 42% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Villa come to this 70% form, just 1 win and 6. They're looking pretty shitty at the moment. Last time over at St Mary's was a 1-0 win for Villa. That was back in January 2021. Of course, that was Back in the Premier League, of course. Southampton picked up one win over Watford last round. Of course, West Ham beat a Villa last round 4-1, heavy one. 11-10 on is your, of course, Southampton 25 is your away win. That's Villa, and 5-2 is your draw. I'm going to do with the 2-1 for Saints on this one. Adam Armstrong to score. Put it down. Leeds United up against Leicester City, of course. Leeds getting themselves a win last round. Leicester a little bit all over the place on this one. This match takes place on Sunday, November the 7th. Played 36 times in 9 4 12 wins. Leeds 17 wins for Leicester, 7 draws. Big win for Leeds, 3-0 win. The Leeds 4-0 win. Of course, Leeds came to just 1 win and 4 for them, 42% form for them right now. Leicester City just want to be about 6 games, 75% form for them at the moment. Last round though, over at LMO was a 4 win for Leicester. That was back in November 2020. Of course, Leicester picked up a loss against Arsenal. Leeds picked up a win against Norwich. Odds on this one we got 90-10 is your Leicester. Sorry, 90-10 is your Leeds. 11-8 is your Leicester. 65-2 is your draw. Could go either way. 1-1, the 1-1 draw right down the middle. And then fire. We got a couple of bangers here at the end here. Man United up against Manchester City. Of course, Ollie remains at the wheel. It just makes me laugh. Now these two sides, of course, play each other 57 times in 1993. 30 wins for United, 19 wins for City, and 8 draws. Biggest win for United, 5-0 win. The biggest win of the way was a 6-1 win. Of course, United come to this 2 wins, 2 defeats, past 4 games, 58% form. Meanwhile, back-to-back defeats for Manchester City, and of course, who they got this week in the old Champions League? They've got Bruges. They should win that one, shouldn't they? Of course, last time at Old Trafford was a 2-0 win for City. The home side hasn't won this game since United beat City. In fact, the home side has won this game just once in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 8 games. The home side has won the last one. Has only won this once, and that was United picking a win against Manchester City. Of course, City did lose to Crystal Palace last round. Of course, Man United picked up a win against Tottenham. Of course, 3-0 last round. Of course, the odds on this one we got United 7-2 for the victory, 64 on is your City, and of course 3-1 is your draw. I've gone 3-0 win, big one for City on this one to flex the muscles again. Put a bit more pressure on Solskjaer heading into the international break. Of course, Conte's gone now. What are they going to do if they are going to fire him? Who are they going to bring in? Who are they realistically going to bring? Zidane is it out there, or you go for some wild card. So it's either Solskjaer at the wheel for a long time, or what? You just missed out on a real coup. And then finally we got West Ham against Liverpool. This is a banger right here. Of course, Liverpool doing good. West Ham also doing very, very good. As of course the race for top 4 heats up. Now these two sides played 53 times since 1993. 10 wins for West Ham, 32 wins for Liverpool, and 11 draws. Biggest win for West Ham, 3-0 win. The biggest win was a 5-0 win. West Ham come to this 5 wins, about 83% for. Meanwhile, 83% for also for Liverpool at the moment. Of course, locked horns last round at the London Stadium was a 3-1 for Liverpool. That's back in January 2021. West Ham's last victory though, that's the problem against West Ham. Is way back in 2016 in the FA Cup. Last time they won in the league was a 2-0 win back in 2016. Of course, coming at you though, West Ham beat Aston Villa 4-1. Of course, Liverpool drew with Brighton 2-2, and got big games both of them in European action this week. Look at the odds on this one: 5-4 is your West Ham, 64 on is your Liverpool, and 65 is your draw. I think I've gone with a bit of a rough. What have I gone here? 2-2 in the end. Point split right down the middle. I can't really call it. I think Liverpool can be great. I think West Ham have got the bit between the teeth right now, and of course they don't think they want to lose this at the moment. But that, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to give the video some love and smash, of course, the old subscribe. But of course, use this to get your predictions in. Of course, you could be leading the month of November. But that, my friends, is just about that. Check out the links down below: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. Also, give us some love and smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, hit the little bell so you don't miss a beat. We'll be back, of course, after the international break. Of course, can you be told the box in the prediction league? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next time around. But until then, folks, we are done. So.